guys, welcome back to Tabletop Nerdcast, and I am Mike, running my playthrough of MechWarrior 5. You know, for all those MechWarriors that are out there, this has been a long time coming. In 2002 since we actually had the game, and unfortunately I'm a little bit out of practice, which you saw. I had to take some time off and get behind the controls a little bit, figure them out a little bit better, and get used to what's going on. So, given that, done a little bit of grinding. Went on to the next part of the mission, which was, you know, doing a mission for, you know, one of the NPCs in order to be able to increase my land strength and pick up a couple of additional pilots through some of the normal trade routes and grind out a few small mechs. But I had played a lot offline on a different campaign in order to be able to make sure that I had kind of gotten my piloting skills back up to where they should be. So, still not great by any means. Again, been a lot of practice. So, I am loading back up into kind of where we left off before. And I do have some things here to try and make sure that I grab for my last mission, which is good. Make a little bit of money on the side and get a little bit of pilot skills and get some people, you know, built up here a little bit. So that said, you can see that Captain Machado here, he's not doing too well, but it's kind of surprising considering, you know, Munoz over here usually is the one that takes the most damage. He did a pretty hefty amount this time. So here we are. We're back in our mech bay. I have not done anything to standardize the colors of my mech or the patterns on my mechs. I've got a few of them that are sitting in reserves here, and I don't believe I'm at any point here except for just doing a little bit of grinding. So let's see what we can do by getting back into some of the action here. So I'm going to go through and do some basic repairs. Don't believe anybody lost anything in my last fight, and no, they sure didn't. So as you can see in reserve, I have a Panther that has a PPC on him. But I really think that this lance, for the weight, seems to be working out pretty well. I made a couple of modifications to the mechs as I was going through, and I'll take you through some of that, because I think some of it's some information that some people might be able to really use. So if you take a look when you go in to do your edit loadout, you come into this basic scene, and most people stop right here because this is where your weapons are at, right? Well, the problem with that is go into details, okay? When you come back in here and you start customizing your mechs, one of the things that I want to show you is you see that I'm not at maximum armor across the board everywhere we go. What I did is I pulled tonnage away from a section that really has nothing that means nothing to me. Like this arm. If this arm gets blown off, I could care less. It's just a standard repair bill, right? But I maxed out my armor where my main weapon is sitting, right? I backed off some of my armor on my back because, you know, in most cases, I just need to be able to take a hit or two on the back before they get through and start doing any damage. And upgraded the total here. So, for example, if I were to take off 2 more, I could add 2 more sitting here on my front and become more of a brawler, okay? So that's really what I had done, right? And I customized a lot of my mechs that way. Even early on, I went through and made the Jenner, which is a death trap. An absolute just boxer mech. Now, I haven't kept it because I didn't like the weapons loadout as much. But with that said, we've gone through, we've pushed through everything we need to. We have 6 available contracts, and you guys are here for combat. So, you know what? Let's get into some combat. I'm going to do a demolition. Looks like everything here is House Davion. So I'm okay with that. That's going to push me up a little bit further and give me some more negotiation. So As usual, I give myself a little bit of damage coverage, and then I'm going to max out my salvage. And then put the rest over here into my C-bill payout. So right now I've got this contract maxed out. And we're going to go ahead and jump over into the loading screen, which I still haven't figured out why this loading screen is taking as long as it does. You know, I really was kind of hoping that this would be a little bit faster of a load. I noticed that the more missions you do in a specific area, the faster that it loads, or maybe it's just because I usually take the contract, then go repair my mechs, then tell everything to wait and come back, and by then everything's loaded. So, you know, tomato, tomato, whatever happens, right? But as you can see down here at the bottom, I did pick up a couple of pilots here. Not the greatest of pilots. Machado seems to be an okay one, and what I did is I focused more here on the piloting skills, maximizing the piloting skills, than I did on the weaponry skills. You know, like he's going to be pretty good at machine guns and autocannons, things like that. So he's going to be a pretty good support pilot in the long run, and I think I can get the most out of him at that. So we'll see what happens.
Destroying the Mech's industrial infrastructure will destabilize the opposition's grip on this region.
A lot of
Something
people
our benefactors are willing to spend a great deal of C-bills to see done.
First-person view, and these are the traditionalists that play the game. I've been out for a while, so I do have to turn around, and I find myself more effectively playing here in third person. So I'm bringing up the map, and apparently I need to head up towards this one-way point and see what's going on. What I do need to do, though, because I am the fastest mech on the field right now out of my team, is I do have to scan in order to be able to see up top where my directional bar is if I have any enemies. Now I just happened to catch this helicopter way off in the distance, but look, it's around the corner on us right there, right? So what I don't want to do is I don't want to be in a situation
I got it.
where I'm in trouble.
You better explain yourself.
So the faster you're moving,
Good start, Commander. I'm showing major damage to the target facility.
The enemy seems to do at hitting you, especially.
There's your target objective, Commander. Why don't you go over and
So
introduce yourself?
And do as much cleanup as I possibly can. Really hoping not to run into him.
Tango down!
Let's have my lance.
Engaging commander's
one.
target.
And I'm going to clean up what's trying to circle around the real quick. Try and take care of whatever I can back here. Yeah, I know, look. That's faster than I am, so we'll deal with you. And I'm going to run back in, help them clean up what they need to.
Another mech kill for me.
Gotta get rid of that thing, man. That thing tears up. It's got a lot of armor on it. Okay. So I'll do some helicopter support real quick. Get rid of that one. Get rid of these autocannons that seem to be hitting us. Too close.
Mech eliminated. Kill confirmed.
Alright, so now we should have a clean board to be able to move in and do a little bit of damage here to this facility. As you can see, I don't have weapons on or anything, so it really doesn't matter. But I am trying to take as much off of my lance guns as possible as far as damage that they can do. So I tend to find myself doing a full run turret cleanup, tank cleanup. So at this point in time of the game, these 4 medium lasers.
Integrity of this place is down to 50%. We're halfway there. This area is on its last legs, Commander. Just one final push, and then we can all go home. Mission complete, Commander. I expect our employer to be very satisfied with this result.
Yeah,
Head to the
I
evo
will
point
stick
for
around a little
extraction.
bit and do some more damage.
Focus target
Just
received,
because
Commander.
I want an opportunity at some salvage. But again, I'm going to run over here and do some tank buster. Get rid of the SRMs that are sitting there. This guy with the small lasers. Then I'm going to double check and see what we got going on with some helicopters up and around. Then I'll join the fray.
Tango destroyed.
Now, rather than give them a chance to regroup, I'm going to tell
Move to the
everybody to go ahead
commander.
and form on me. This isn't a mission where you're going to get extra C-bills for doing anything more. No point in trying to incur any more damage.
A job well done, Commander. Stand by for pickup.
And as you'll see when we get back into the repair bay, I think Freeman's the only one that took a little bit of damage, but I think with the way that I allocated the armor earlier, you're looking at the fact that he's going to be just a standard repair job. So it's not going to be quite as expensive, which makes repairing in a war zone significantly better. So I do want to claim the PPC. One of the things that I'm looking for is Tier 2 and possibly Tier 3 weaponry. I know I was running a little bit low on heat sinks, so I'm going to pick those up. I know I needed a small laser to be able to work with on one of my builds, so pick up the small and the medium. And now, other than that, I'm just going to go ahead and pick up what had the most money behind it, which is that AC2. As you can see over here, I did get a good base payout. I put in $172,000 worth of, or credits worth of damage protection and insurance, and I only took 128, so I'm in the positive for this mission. And I don't think anybody lost anything. I do need to check that Centurion because he did lose a torso portion. So let's head over, get here on the repairs, and let's go ahead and start our repair. So just standard repair. Centurion. Even though he got his torso crit, he just needs a standard repair, which is not bad. Fire starter, same. And there's our javelin. Alright. So our work orders are in. As you can see, spent a little bit of time bouncing around and doing some contracts here. Now I've stayed in a level 5 area. Okay, I believe this is a level 5. We'll check in just a second. I kick out to the star map, and I hover here. Actually, it's a level 3 area. Okay, sorry, my bad there. But I've stayed in this area just so I can continue to bank up significant money. What I found earlier when I was playing in some of my stuff in order to be able to really get used to the game again is that you will find yourself in a very unique position when certain mechs come on the market that you almost come up broke. And in this game, it's hard to travel, it's hard to do anything, and it's hard to get any missions if you are broke or your repairs. So yeah, I just kind of overbank this. I've got a goal set in mind before I move on from this area to be at about 10 million. So with that said, this place, when I stopped here, had 7 different quests on it, or 7 different missions. So these are the ones that I'm going to go ahead and jump into, trying to make that $10 million mark. I'm only going to go ahead and pop that much, put 4. I do have 2 remaining, so I'll go ahead and max it. Right? And we'll figure out our lance colors here shortly. Maybe on the next session, or as I'm ready to wrap this session up. But you know, again, this seems to be a pretty solid loadout. You know, my pilots seem to be advancing pretty well, and we seem to be doing a pretty good job together. One thing I will tell you, though, and it did surprise me when I was doing my practice, I actually found out that your Mechwarriors will die in here. So if you're in a mission where you bring them in or you do something stupid, you are in a position where your mech warriors will die on you. You know, don't know what else to tell you besides that, but you spend a lot of time building them up, and
Prepare for Battlemech departure.
all of a sudden, like especially Lieutenant Flynn,
Warning.
he's got the potential
Hangar doors
to be
opening.
a very, very
Stand
good pilot
clear.
long term.
Reactor online.
If he goes,
Sensors online.
he doesn't have plot armor,
Weapons
so
online.
if he dies,
All systems
you're in a
nominal.
world of hurt. Right?
Multiple enemy command centers have been identified. Our employer wants us to take them out to disrupt enemy logistical coordination in this area.
All right, we're gonna
Once
go
the defenders know you're
a long
there,
way around.
be prepared for them to call everything they have down on you. So get in and out as fast as you can.
Yeah, these raids, they can get intense on the fights pretty quickly. So I'm only gonna move forward a little bit, let my the rest of my lance catch up with me. Especially that big old Centurion. Takes him a second to get up here. Sometimes I'll just run these zigzag patterns in order to be able to make sure that he has room to catch up, and then I'm able to keep an eye out for enemies that pop up. The biggest complaint, though, so far is the fact that enemies will come up behind you, and your radar doesn't give you a warning. It's just like, nope.
This level of cold is actually
All you.
impressive.
So I'm trying to keep an eye on the sky for any of those helicopters. There we go. We got something. Let's see what we can get in here on and find out. We got one to our side now.
Target!
They got it. Good. That's why it's important to have yourself some good co-pilots here. Alright, so apparently we have a bird in the sky.
Boom! Deads.
Alright. Again, not trying to get too far ahead of my lance. I am going to need their help. There's a turret. Take that out. Once we come around this corner, we're going to start seeing that there's some more stuff that we're going to have to deal with.
Got another one.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set up a little bit of a route of some protection against some of this minor stuff. As you can see, I already got tanks that are firing in from the edges and other stuff going on. Do is make sure that everything's kind of cleared out here. So that when the big fight begins, I'm not getting chipped away at by some of this other stuff. Now, I did find my style. My style has more to do with these mediums and large lasers than anything else in the game. I'll play any particular mech. But I have found that
I got it!
I did enjoy and seem to feel a little bit better with my control over these lasers, especially when it comes to not trying to damage any of your clansmates.
Kill confirmed.
So with this building, I'm going to do the MechWarrior.
Good work, Commander. That's one less
That
target.
is so much fun. Okay, so now my guys should be running. It's not running. We now have Mexico.
Target acquired.
Focusing on issue target.
Focus on that. I'm gonna try and knock out this and the two helicopters coming in. Before aiding the lance mates as you can see, I like the medium lasers because I tend to feel like I have a little bit more control over the impact. And he is flying way too close,
Enemy
causing
mech
me
down.
problems on
Target
being
is
able to
down.
take him out. That's one of the drawbacks to just trying to do nothing but clean up enemies that are supporting the zone. So I don't like using the front door, so I'm just going to go ahead and make my own little entrance here. That way when I come into the base, all I have to do is set myself up.
Scratch that target
Do
off
that.
the list.
And that is a quick, done deal. Now, I should be able to assemble my mechs on the side here. Okay.
Target acquired.
Don't like these guys. These Manticores are brutal.
Tango down!
With the PVCs that they have, they just tear you up. Alright, good. My Lancers are already fine. Taking down the rest of the support. See, this is why I feel like this is a really good combination of mechs, especially at this point in time in the game. Oh, but I'll tell you what, I cannot wait to get behind the controls of the crab again. Later on in the game, oh, such a fantastic playstyle. I think that's the best 50-ton mech in the game, personally. Here, I do have a tank. Sure, I'm gonna have some aircraft coming in. There it is. That's what I was looking for.
Target acquired.
You. I'm gonna circle back around here when I wait for my lance to show up.
Tango smoked.
Now, let's get rid of that.
Objective down. All target buildings
So
have been
that should be
destroyed,
all my
Commander.
objectives, so
Good
I'm
job. Getting you an evac now. Head to the marked location.
Expecting to see some more vehicles. We got to cover 1,000 meters, so I'm expecting a drop ship or something somewhere here. No, there's a couple of flyers, which means we're about to.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Haha! Target eliminated!
I'm gonna look around. If I don't see any of the blips on the radar, let's make our way. Usually when you see that, you've got a couple of mechs that are inbound.
Jump jet fuel low.
A job well done, Commander. Stand by for pickup.
And it doesn't look like anybody took any major damage there, so that's always a good thing. Pretty happy about that. Let's see what we were able to accomplish and pull back from this, guys. So you can see my reputation. It's growing within the inner sphere, and this helps you dictate, you know, what kind of points you're going to deal with the different factions to start off with to negotiate. It's kind of a cool system. I really like it. Alright, and again, we're kind of in this money building thing, so I'm gonna look at my LRMs. I'm gonna see if I got anything that's got anything really good. I'll take another small laser, and I will go ahead and go through. Take a couple more mediums. Actually, I'm gonna back off 2 of the mediums and take the LRM-10 because of its value. So you can see I'm expecting to get a couple $100,000 in salvage and then my total payout here. And you can see it. I am enjoying using the lasers compared to what everybody else is dealing with. Ooh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to spin the screen there on you. So, let's get back in here. Everybody should be a standard repair. And I know there's always going to be people that are going to tell you, some of the true hards of the game, they're going to tell you, don't repair in a war zone, it costs you more money, and yeah, I get it, but you know what? I don't want to have components blown off. Those repairs get extremely expensive. So, we're going to keep moving along. I got a few more missions to run before we hit our time limit, so we're just going to go ahead and keep on moving through. Let's max out our contract here. We're going to go up to our home and we're going to tell everything to wait until our lance is ready. You can see our load screen here is still kind of rolling a bit. I'm kind of curious, what's on the local market? Just the Locust. What about our equipment? Nothing really crazy here. So, contracts. Loading is at 90%. Let's just go ahead and kick this off. Should be ready to go here in a matter of seconds. And there we go. So here we are again, MechWarriors. Let's bump on out here and see what we can do.
Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Okay, Commander. We have been slated for a raid deep into enemy territory to take out a number of satellite systems our employer has marked on your map. We will monitor your progress and set an evac point for pickup once the targets have been destroyed.
Now these trees, you know, as cool as I thought they were initially, and that's great, they tend to get in the way of your ability to aim and get targets. So, yeah, so like right now I know I've got a helicopter that's inbound, whatever that is down there. So I do have to be very cautious of what I'm looking at.
Got another one.
Target acquired.
Edgar.
On the commander's target.
See, like you can't see to aim there, which means that you're going to end up in a position where you've got a lot of people picking you up hard. Right?
Target destroyed.
Like he just went through almost my entire lance and was barely damaged. It's just, yeah, it makes it a big challenge. So generally speaking, I'm going to be entering into combat zones or somewhere. I'm going to try and clear out as much of these trees as possible. At least that way. I know it's kind of boring, but at least that way I have an opportunity to see what's coming at me. Just after the range.
Enemy destroyed.
mech is stay still either. Because what I don't want to do is sit there and just take random hits.
Haha! Target eliminated.
There we go. Good job, guys. Over here. You know, I didn't want to be invited to real quick, so I'm gonna turn around. Get my butt out of that one.
Good work, Commander. That's one less target.
I got it.
Now we got Mechs inbound.
Target acquired.
Target received. Engaging.
Let's see what we've got. We got a fire starter. Alright, I'm gonna keep my distance a little bit. I'm a light mech. Let him go in and start to engage with my guys. Get a little verbalized a little bit, and then I'm gonna pick them apart with my medium lasers. See if I can do some support. Take down the stuff that's just gonna pick on my guys. They got him under control. Oops.
Oh, the reactor on my kill is about to go crit.
Okay, we gotta get away from him. He's got a reactor. Watch it. Boom. You're anywhere close to that, and you do take a good portion of damage. It's really not cool. The downside.
I got it.
That's the downside to some of these, lesser Mech pilots. Let's see, we got a channel that's going to let us through right up here. Should. Slow down long enough to let our guys come in. Catch up. Now, I think we had some of the defenders get pulled a little bit, so it might not be as heavily defended, but I could be wrong with that. It does happen. So right now he's at 455, just out of my laser.
Tango down!
There we go. Missiles, I think, was actually what took me down, but did see my reticle turn red, so I do know that it did make contact.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Down.
Target neutralized.
Those are gone. And I think that takes care of this particular area. Now we should be able to move on to, let's see. Head on down here. Go this way. Finish cleaning up this one.
Tango smoked.
Target
Just too
acquired. Target destroyed.
There we go. He's down. But should be catching up relatively decently. And let's find out what we've got to take out over this direction.
Got another one.
You see a couple of even though that does meaningful damage. I was too close. I don't want do is have those SRMs rip me up. Because right now my entire lance is looking pretty good as far as health is concerned.
With you.
Except for... Oh, there's a mech out. Is that a mech? Or is that a...
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
What do we got out there?
Incoming missile.
Oh, it's an LRM. Okay. I guess I don't have the option to wait.
Target acquired.
I may have potentially overcommitted myself slightly, but alright. I'll deal with it. See, like right there, I had a
Target
good
down.
clean shot as far as what my aim is.
Boom! Dead.
But I couldn't hit anything through the trees. The trees absorbed all my shots. Oh, tank.
Target is down.
Go ahead and get back here and
Forming on the commander.
wrap this mission up. Is it a bird or two that we got coming in? Yep. Him. Meters, we should be able to wrap this mission. And I think that still gives us time for another 1 or 2 quick runs. I think the next one that I'll do is probably a defense mission. That way you guys can see probably some mechs coming in. See my blip over there. I don't want to get hit. Still get lucky.
Yeah.
Scan me in here for a second. Dang it. I know I saw something to my right. Turret.
Objective down.
So that should be everything.
That's the last of the targets, Commander. Now get back here before hostiles converge on your position.
Why would I want to do that? I want to kill some stuff.
I got it.
Right? You guys want to see me kill some stuff? Alright, how far do I have to go? 700 meters. So, it's at this point in time where I usually just kind of... I'm like, alright, it really doesn't bother me.
Kill confirmed.
I may not even tell my guys to form up on me. With a fast attack, I just want to end the mission real quick. I'm just going to run over here as fast as I can. Ignoring them, and just like, they don't take much more damage. There's always
Pack it
potential
up,
they could
Commander,
kill something
before
and
more
just
enemies
salvage you.
arrive.
So this is the grind. This is the money grind. You're going to see this grind happen for money and for reputation, and you know, you got to make sure that as you go into the higher reputation areas, you're dealing with significantly better equipment and pilots and everything else. So if you jump too early trying to progress the storyline, it will set you in your place very, very quickly. Alright, so autocannon fire, 5 burst fire. Do I have anything that is more than just a rank 1? No, I do not. So we're going to go straight down the list as far as financials are concerned. You know, this is a pretty lucrative job. And head right back over, quickly get a repair job done. So yeah, that little trick that I showed you with the tonnage by pulling some off your back and putting it on your front makes you a significantly beefier mech in most cases. And as you can see, the way that I've got things allocated and the way I've got my armor allocated and weight done, I'm not losing components, not very often. I say that, and we're going to go into the next one, and, you know, what's going to end up happening is I'm going to end up in a situation where they're going to shred me, right? You know, hey, that's how it works. Okay, so we need to quickly go in here and wait for everything to be done, confirm our lance, and get into our loading screen. See, and it loaded a little bit quicker that particular time. So maybe it's because if you have multiple missions, it's already got the planetary data. I don't know. But I think that's probably a farce. I think, you know, each particular encounter has a different portion of the planet, and the layouts are unique each time. I mean, I think there's a couple of consistent things there, like the fact that it's a snow planet, it's got mountains, but I think where the placement of those mountains are, the pathways, things like that, I think all that's pretty straightforward. That's pretty random. All right. Wait a minute. What am I seeing here? That's not
The workers
random.
in the settlement have asked for our protection.
I stand corrected.
Let's get there
This is the
and
first time I've
support
seen
the
it do
remaining
this.
units.
So it's a dark map. I'm not fond
You've
of the
reached the
night
target,
vision,
Commander.
right? I mean, it will help.
Mercenary Lance.
But
I'm the
only at
council
short
president
range.
of this community. We're happy to see you were able to find us. Things are clear right now, but I don't expect it to stay that way for long.
So we've got to kill 14
Recon
enemy
reports
and
that the
keep base
hostiles are
above
still on a
40%.
collision course with our position. Get ready for them.
There we go. There's one.
Target acquired.
Wilco, focusing fire.
Let them quickly.
Commander, enemy forces are getting too
Run
close for
them
comfort for
down.
my people. Chase them down and keep them away from us.
Got another one.
There's one coming that direction.
Target destroyed.
Okay. He's gotta be hiding behind this rock face.
Additional bogies setting an intercept course on your position.
So as you can see, these nighttime missions are a little bit harder, and especially, like, you see this lava? I'm gonna tell you right now, it's playing hell in my eyes. It's kind of challenging. There we got a mech.
Target acquired.
Copy.
So
We're on
send
it,
them
sir.
out to the mech. I'm gonna take that tank, bust it down, and I'm gonna start dancing a little bit so that I don't get shot very much. I do see that there is something across the way. Looks like a couple of aircraft. Let's see how long it's going to take for me to get over there, and the turrets might actually take them down. Yep, they sure did. Okay. That was a waste of a run. But it gives me a little bit of distance, and
Target
I can start
destroyed.
focusing my lasers. Then re-meet back up with my lance. So we're already 7 in, and I think Freeman's the only one that's taken any damage. And it's not much.
Bad news, Commander. More hostiles inbound on your position.
But that
Get ready
doesn't
for some company.
mean that that's not going to change.
Target acquired.
Roger, focusing target.
There's a couple mechs coming inbound, so let my guys that have the beefier armor start off here. I just wasted that shot. There we go. That one did some damage. Soften him up. And help down, focus him down.
Target.
Tango destroyed.
Alright, there we go. So they should be focusing on this Jenner. I'm gonna run over. Get rid of old tanky boy here.
Target eliminated.
Oh, somebody shot him from behind. That just... Okay, whatever. We're all working together. Salvage goes to the same place. So you can see Freeman's taking just a little bit more damage now.
Additional tangos en route to your position, Commander.
He's in the commando, so he's not very beefy.
Target acquired.
Attacking shared target.
Okay. But he tends to fight like he is. Let's get some damage on that. Let's get rid of your SRMs. You hurt a little bit. Uh-oh, my aim was way off that one. Alright, so here we go. So the Lance, finish him off real quick.
Target destroyed.
There we go. Get away from the mech that's about to explode.
Target acquired.
Target received.
Make sure
Engaging.
everybody's committed on him until
Another
he's dead.
mech kill for me.
Well done, Commander. The area is secure.
Alright. So we were able to take down all the mechs here, not take a whole lot of damage, and the facility only took about 12% damage. It's a win-win. I wish you got bonuses for every percent above the 40 that was left over, but you don't, so... Alright, we've got access to a Jenner. So is there anything else that we have to have? Because that 3 million potential value there is what I want to take. Now, I'm going to show you what my typical process is here. So I'm going to take the Mech, because he has stuff that's on him that I want in my supplies, but I'm not keeping that Mech. I'm going to put him in cold storage because it automatically strips all of his usable equipment off of him. Bring him back over, and I'm going to hold on to him over here in my standard storage until we get out of a combat zone and go into a area where I can sell him. One of the trade routes. So again, everybody should be minusculely damaged here, which everybody's doing pretty good on the way that they're taking damage like this right now. So if we wanted to do a 2-mission run, we could do a 2-mission run. I usually like to have an extra 1 or 2 mechs that are sitting here in my stores, just to make sure that we're you know, in case a mech really gets damaged, we're not having to take somebody in that would have a whole lot of problems. So we've got another raid. Let's maximize our salvage. And we're getting to that point where the game becomes a little bit quicker and easier to earn money, just simply because of the fact that my reputation with Davion is much better at this point. So I'm getting more salvage. Now, it doesn't look like it's translating into a ton of money if you look up here at the top. Even though 8.5 million is getting close to my 10, what'll happen is the moment I sell that Jenner and I sell some of those extra items and weapons that I'm not going to be using, I'll probably end up around 12, maybe 13 when I get done with this set of missions. So immediately after we clear this zone, I think what I'm going to do really quickly is, you know, not this mission, but the next mission. I think what I'll probably do is take you guys over to a trade facility, and we'll see what we can find as far as
Attention.
maybe they have another good pilot over there that would have some
Warning.
ones.
Hangar doors opening.
Maybe they have a
Stand
decent mech
clear.
that would be worth holding on to or grabbing.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Okay, Commander. We have been slated for a raid deep into enemy
You know,
territory. To take
let's
out a
see
number of
here.
satellite systems, our employer has marked on your map.
Go. Okay, I'm facing
We
the
will
wrong
monitor
direction.
your
That's not
progress
cool.
and set an evac point for pickup once the targets have been destroyed.
Alright, so we need to this direction. We've got a lot of clearing out that we have to do. Is it worth trying to... Okay. Now let me back up so he can't shoot me unless he's got missiles. Forward. Down. Alright. We're good there. Let's move up so we can get to a good spot to come down.
Tango down!
Never tried to kill the turret without being open. I don't know if you can. Doesn't look like it. Apparently you have to wait for it to come up. Alright. Okay. Start moving a little bit. Flamers, I don't like you. Thank you. Problem being much faster than the rest of your lands. They're still trudging along back there, and I'm waiting for them to catch up. Only buddy that's with me is the commando. And he's not a boxer. What? He didn't die. That's cool. He died. You. I think I saw something from up above at an angle, which means they potentially have aircraft up there. They got them. Good. So there's some LRMs. I am now committed to have to make this run and get in here.
Kill confirmed.
Didn't want to have those legs get hit like that. You're gone. Under be able to hit me. Let's get rid of that. Clean that up.
Target down.
Let's get rid of that. Got some Mechs inbound. So,
Target eliminated.
Target acquired.
Focus target has been updated.
alright, so I'm gonna dribble my way behind my guy really quickly. As you see, there's a tank trying to flank us from behind. A couple of aircraft coming in. This is why I said if you aren't careful, find yourself in a position where these guys will cause you more damage than you can take. On tearing him up real fast.
Enemy mech destroyed.
So now I know we got to take this one down up here.
Target
Just need to get
acquired.
within a couple hundred meters. And then we should have that thing go down pretty fast.
Target destroyed.
Splash target.
That one. That one. Check my map. Let's see. So both of my last targets are over here. Don't need to worry about much else there. That turret. As you can see, I really enjoy lasers. And like I said, to be honest, I like them better than I like PPCs.
Enemy destroyed.
I just feel like I have so much better. And it's not a pinpoint pull the trigger and you're done. You can adjust them as you fire. this one so that we can get to our last two. And my lance is looking pretty healthy. I'm pretty happy with that. We've only got, you know, 2 more to go. As you can see, that right arm that I don't have any weapons on, it's pretty much just a shelly with very little armor. I don't even use it as a shield. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle here for a second and give my lance a chance to catch up, especially that Centurion. Because if they do land on that, he's my primary boxer. At least at the moment. I mean, he's a good all-around mech, but he's got some long range, he's got some short range punch.
Tango smoked.
Oh, good job, guys. I'm proud of you. Making me proud.
Target.
Scratch that target off the list.
Boom!
Turret.
Dead.
Clean those guys up. They'll move on the inside. Here we go. Right? Oh, inbound flyers. Means I want to pay attention to make sure we don't have some mechs coming in soon.
Target destroyed.
See, this is what I like to see out of my pilots. And even though they're not the greatest pilots in the world, when I was playing later on, I was seeing a whole lot of subpar piloting per se. It was kind of frustrating because even though they looked like they had good stats, they just didn't do all that great. So I'm really thinking, and I haven't confirmed it yet, but I'm really thinking that if you select pilots, even though they don't have the greatest gunnery or laser skill or whatever, but they have great piloting skills, that you're going to be in a position where those guys are going to outperform the guys that get a little extra bonus to their damage.
Academy training didn't put us into this cold of an environment.
Lieutenant Freeman here, and I'd love to have 3 of him in my lance.
Target acquired. Target acquired. Target.
Good work, Commander. That's one less target.
Beat everything.
All target buildings have been destroyed, Commander.
Where's my landing
Good
zone?
job.
Okay.
Getting you an evac now. Head to the marked location.
Target is down.
Alright, so we are just hitting an hour at this point, which means this is going to be our wrap-up mission. But I think what we'll do is we'll go in and we'll do some mech painting real quick. And that's where I'm going to wrap this one and come back to it. Here,
Tango down!
here again tomorrow. See if I can pull a little bit here. Now, I may continue the other one, and what I'll probably do is I'll probably run that one online. I'll probably stream that one. But yeah, guys, so that's where I'm at.
Mission complete, Commander. Let's go home.
You know, I couldn't be happier, you know, having gone back and restarted some of this. Now, I told you before, I'm an old army guy here, so, you know, I've always been partial to, you know, like the older camouflage patterns, and I know you can do that here with these mechs. But I'm want to do something a little bit different. Now, I have 10 shares. Assassin, that's another 3 million, so that's a good deal here. Let's see if we got anything that sticks out. I don't have anything above a tier 1. I do have a bunch of smalls and some mediums, so I guess we're just gonna go for funds. That's it. You know, our damage was less than our insurance, so that worked out in our favor. Let's go ahead and close this out. You can see the damage disparity, just because I really like those mediums. I can't wait to get a Battlemaster in my hands or something like that. I mean, that would just be fantastic. I'll have to find a way to make one that way. So again, Mech cold storage. Let's confirm that because I'm not a fan of the assassins. We'll bring him down, and then we will repair our mechs. They don't have a whole lot of anything really wrong with them, but you can see it works out. They're a little bit more beefy nowadays, just because of what I did with that armor. So if you're playing the game, take it as a tip, guys. Try it. Give it a shot. See what happens. You may be pleasantly surprised. You know, normal thought is just hit the max armor button and then leave it as allocated. But if you're playing it right, you want your brawlers to have a little bit of back armor. So I don't suggest messing with those. But if you've got support mechs or you're doing anything from a distance, leave them up. You know, go ahead and drop that back armor down significantly, just enough to let you know that you're protected in case you do take a hit because something spawns behind you. All right, so let's go in here to paint our mechs. So we've got some different patterns. And we can mess with all the color schemes, right? So like here's Davion's, color scheme, and it's really not that bad. I like, although I could play with Kuritas a little bit here. Let's see. Let's go to the primary white, and we're going to make that truly Snow White. There we go. Alright, so we've got the red, which is a true hardcore red, and I'm good with that. Let's take this green, though. Yeah, I like that. That dragon's gonna pop. Oh yeah, I'm kind of digging that. So this would be our color scheme here, right? We're red, white, and blue lance. So, guys, I'm from America. Deal with it, right? Red, white, and blue. Have some pride. Just the same as you would with any other country that you might be from. And you know what? God bless you if you want to run your own country's colors. Have pride in where you come from, right? All right. It's a good deal. All right, so let's get back over here. We know our primary color is this straight Fs, and then our secondary is F with 4 zeros. So, let's go. Let's grab our next mech, and let's go to Davion, right? No, it was Kurita. There we go. It was Kurita. So I want to get in here. FF, FF. Oh, why didn't you take it? There it goes. Okay, apparently I got to capitalize it. FF with a bunch of zeros. So we are going to apply that. We're going to come back and grab the blue because it did have a different code, a different base code to it. So we know that we can do these first two on everybody. Kurita. Grab our first one. What? Come on. There it goes. Our F with 4 zeros. Let's apply that. Cancel. Apply. Back. Javelin, your turn. Alright, so... Karita. What the heck just happened there? Alright. Let's put that in like that. And now we need to go back to our commando and find out what the color code was. 002 CFF. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, so that would be the Centurion. I'll check him out. That just looks, that dragon coming across that mech, that just looks sick. I like that. Look at that. Impressive. Okay, alright. I'm done admiring him. Alright, so, paint mech. What was it? 002 CFF, I believe? Yep, that was it. Apply. And on to you. Alright, so we did not paint our Panther. Right. Well, because I have that code in my head, and then we have FF 0000 for that code, and then we have what was it? I think F's all the way across. That is correct, but we do need to select the Karita pattern. Alright, MechWarriors, that is where we are going to end it for today. So, if you have never been on my channel, you know, this is a gamer group channel that there's quite a few of us. There's a couple more that are going to pick up streaming a couple other things here pretty soon. We are a tabletop RPG group in general. I do enjoy some PC games and a couple other things. And that's the reason why I ended up jumping over here onto this as soon as it launched. So, guys, give me a thumbs up. Give us a like if you will. Give us a subscribe. I'm going to see what I can do about trying to run this campaign on a daily basis, an hour-long session. And you'll see what it's like to go through and run this, you know, see what the campaign is all about. Again, I expect there's going to be a ton of grinding, so there's going to be a ton of fighting, and you'll hear me just yap and yap and yap. But, you know, leave me some comments down below. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. If you got any help or tips out of the way that I showed you to reallocate your armor on this and make things a little bit beefier. You know, maybe some tips about what's going on up here with the funds and what I'm trying to do as far as you know, what I'm looking at financially before moving on over into the next section. But I'll tell you what, next time when you come on board, we're going to run over and we're going to complete this last mission here that's on this planet, and then we are going to run off over to one of our trade routes and get rid of this plus whatever potential salvage that we have that we will not use, so that we can ensure that we have the maximum amount of money before moving on from this level 3 up to a level 4 area and continue to work through our contracts and seeing if we can maybe pick up some other reputation besides just you know, Davion here. It does help out later in the game if you're not having to sit there and fight for salvage points later on. So we're gonna see what we can do and what we can bring around. So with that, I'm gonna end this the same way that we end every single one of our game sessions, and that is a big old thank you for joining and watching, and keep on adventuring.